MEST Up is brought to you by Mid-Coast Federal Credit Union. Loading competitors from Massabesic High School, Alyssa Wardwell and Remington Gatians, and from Edward Little High School, Sydney, BC, and Alex Brushwine. Now to you, Sarah.
Hello and welcome to MEST Up, the quiz show that challenges Maine high school students in the enthralling arenas of math, engineering, science, and technology. I'm your host, Sarah Long, and I hope you're ready for me to drop some science because that's what's about to happen. On the red team today, we have Sydney, BC, and we have Alex Brushwine representing Edward Little High School. And on the blue team, we have Remington Gatians and Alyssa Wardwell representing Massabesic High School. Welcome to you guys. You guys excited to play?
Oh yeah.
All right. So, well, thanks to everybody for being here and good luck. Our teams will be competing for points across 4 rounds for placement in our semifinals at the end of this season, where the top 8 teams will be vying for victory, the MEST Up trophy, a new iPad each, and of course, eternal glory. But first, you'll have to get through the brain battle, engineer this, and the grid of destiny before puzzling over the end game question. So without any further delay, let's begin the intellectual assault or brain battle. In this brain battle round, I'm going to ask you 10 questions. The first team to buzz in with a correct answer to each question will be awarded 5 points to their team. So let's get to it. If you flip a coin and roll a 6-sided die, how many possible outcomes exist? Blue team?
6.
Incorrect. Red team?
8.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 12. What is the name of the current geological epoch? Blue team?
Tertiary.
Incorrect. Holocene. What invention of Benjamin Franklin's was later improved upon by Nikola Tesla, and in the years of its first adoption widely preached against as thwarting the will of God? Red team.
Electricity?
Incorrect. The answer is lightning rod.
Oh.
Yes. Euclid's The 13 Books of the Elements, written in 300 BC, contains the originating postulates of what mathematical field?
Geometry.
Yes. Correct. Edward Everett Hale's 1869 short story, The Brick Moon, is considered the first literary description of what modern concept? Tough one. Oh, you got it?
Science fiction.
Incorrect. Red team. No guess? Space station.
Ah.
Yeah. All right, what is the length of a 270-degree arc along the perimeter of a circle with radius 12?
18 pi.
That's correct. The Large Hadron Collider is an example of what device?
It smashes particles like atoms into one another.
Yes, we'll accept that. A particle accelerator or a particle collider. What shape was the medium onto which the first phonograph was recorded?
A circle?
No.
Maybe a rectangle?
No. It was a cylinder.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's close.
Yeah, close, so close. All right, next question. The number of nucleons in the nucleus of an atom is equivalent to what characteristic of said atom?
The atomic weight?
No.
Atomic mass.
Yes. This is the last question in the brain battle. The Syracusan scientist Archimedes supposedly set fire to attacking Roman ships by means of what?
What is it, a laser?
No.
By setting the water on fire?
No, by use of parabolic mirrors. And that was the end of our brain battle so far. We have 15 points for Edward Little, and we have 5 points for Massabesic, but we're just beginning. We have lots more coming up right after the break. And welcome back to MEST Up, where we are preparing to move into our engineering challenge. But before we get into that, let's get to know our contestants just a little bit better. So let's start with you guys. So Remy, I found it interesting that you already know who you want to work for and what you want to do for a living. Why don't you tell everybody?
I want to be a statistician for the Elias Sports Bureau, which handles all the statistic information for all the 4 major sports leagues.
And so what's your biggest sport that you like to watch? What's your favorite?
Baseball.
Baseball? Yeah.
People say it's slow, but it's all like mental and you just keep thinking, so it's all tension.
And you're a Yankees fan?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just checking.
I'm from New England.
Of course. Go Sox, right?
Yes.
All right, and Alyssa, you actually, you wrote down a few things that you don't like, tomatoes being one of them.
Not at all. I
Not
don't
at
like
all.
tomatoes at all.
Not tomato sauce?
Ketchup is okay.
Okay. All right, but your cousin was also on that list. Who's your cousin?
Oh, Remy, maybe.
Oh, okay, but maybe if he scores a few more points, during the game,
Yeah, then
he won't be on that list. He'll be above tomatoes?
he'll be up there.
All right, guys, thanks so much. And let's go over to you guys. So, Sydney, you are looking to do an internship in taxidermy.
Yeah.
This coming up this year.
Yeah.
So, what got you into taxidermy?
Well, my neighbors are hunters, so I've always been around that kind of thing, and I just kind of like taking a still picture of life like that. It's really cool.
If you could taxidermy one animal, what would it be?
Definitely a horse.
A horse. So do you do any horseback riding?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
I ride. I jump fences.
Nice. Awesome. All right, and let's talk about you, Alex. Last but not least, you already know that you want to be a physicist.
Yes, ma'am.
But what do you want to do for your career?
I don't know. I always kind of pictured maybe working as a physicist with a university. I don't know, maybe teaching physics, or going into something in the engineering field with that degree. I'm not really sure.
A politician, maybe?
Oh, we'll see about that.
We'll see. Now, let's get into the engineering challenge. Maya, why don't you enlighten us about this week's engineer challenge?
Thank you, Sarah. In this week's challenge, our contestants will be exploring engineering which is light but sturdy, building support structures intended to keep aloft a maximum amount of weight, at least 4 inches off the table. The materials they will be able to use for this project, however, are no more than humble toothpicks and gumdrops. Each team will have access to an equal number of toothpicks and gumdrops, and will need to build a support structure onto which we will place science textbooks, until the structure can no longer support their weight, at least 4 inches off the table. The team whose structure can hold the most textbooks will be declared the winner and will receive the accompanying 40 points.
Teams ready to do this?
Yeah.
Then let's go.
Well, I came up with the idea of having like separate columns to try and distribute the weight amongst the corners of the book, rather than having like one like really tall structure that all the weight would be on that one point. So the idea was like kind of spread the weight out, try and make something that was like stout and sturdy.
We kind of tried to make like a staggered bridge sort of design, that we would have like 3 lines and they'd all be connected, and they would all have kind of like triangles inside of them to distribute the weight. But because we found out that wasn't going to work so great, we just kind of just made like
I don't know what we
prisms.
made, but
One of my ideas to make a pentagon, and that's going to work in 5 minutes. So
Jeez, I'm grown.
Here, can I just add like maybe little toppers? When you're trying to put the gumdrops on the toothpick, you kind of like stab yourself in the hand a lot.
It would have been easier if the toothpicks were 4 inches, because then we could have just had one level. But since we had to make it as tall as it was, then an extra toothpick, that made it a little bit different.
1 minute left.
Stick to height things.
Is that 3?
Oh. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're done. All right, guys, let's bring out those science textbooks and see who can hold the most weight. All right, so we're going to start with the blue team. You guys have your stack of books right here. Let's see how many your structure can hold.
This is going to go amazing. Well,
Does that count
All
as
right.
it's down?
It's
Still kind of standing.
It had to be 4 inches, but yours was a little bit taller. However, it did not stand up to the weight. All right, let's go over to the red team. Guys are cutting it a little bit close. Let's see here. Not quite reaching that 4-inch threshold that we needed. So, do you want to see if the book can?
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, why
hold up
not?
to the
Why
book?
not?
Let's do
You
that.
Might as well
Remy,
try.
that's a light book.
I think you could put that on there.
Well, almost.
Almost.
It's going. There it goes.
It capsized, we'll say. So the points, the 40 points, are going to go to Massabesic. Even though it didn't hold the weight of the book, you guys did meet the requirements. It was 4 inches or higher, just not holding up to the weight very much. So 40 points to you guys. You guys are at 45 now, and you guys are at 15, but we still have a ways to go. So we'll be right back here on Messed Up. And welcome back to Messed Up. Our teams are head-to-head. We have the red team at 15 points, and we have the blue team after our engineering challenge now at 45 points. So you can see things can really oscillate during our third round, the Grid of Destiny. The Grid of Destiny is set up in 4 columns, each with 4 questions of increasing difficulty and point value. The columns, of course, are delineated as math, engineering, science, and technology. And the leading team thus far, which of course is the blue team, starts with control of the board.
let's take technology for 10, Alex.
James Clerk Maxwell, father of electromagnetism, in 1861, also pioneered what type of photography which would not become common for almost another 100 years? Blue team.
Flash photography.
Incorrect. Red team, answer? No? The answer is color photography.
We'll do science for 10.
Name one of the 2 types of animals which, after adulthood, experience negligible natural aging. Red team.
Humans?
Incorrect. Blue team, do you have an answer? Nope. The answer is lobster or hydra.
Math for 10.
What is the sum of 5/8 and 3/13? Blue team.
8 1/04.
Incorrect.
80,
Red team.
89 104?
That's correct.
Science for 15.
A close relationship between birds and dinosaurs was first theorized with the discovery in the 1860s of the fossilized feather of what extinct animal? Red team.
The pterodactyl?
Incorrect.
The dodo.
Incorrect. The correct answer is the Archaeopteryx.
Math for 15.
In a right triangle ABC, where angle A is 90 degrees, find angle B such that cosine B equals sine B. Red team.
45 degrees?
That is correct. Good job.
Engineering for 10.
In Jules Verne's From the Earth to the Moon, by what method did the characters launch themselves toward the moon? Blue team.
A large cannon.
That's correct. Good job.
Cheers.
Technology for 15.
The first pocket watch was developed near the beginning of what century?
The 18th century?
Incorrect.
19th century.
Incorrect. It was the 16th century, 1502.
That's crazy.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Engineering for 15.
A polder is an artificial hydrological construction enclosed by embankments known as what? A, dike, B, dun, C, sluice, D, weir.
C, sluice?
Incorrect.
A, dike.
That's correct.
Okay, technology for 20.
Radar is an acronym for what? We don't have a multiple choice for this one, so I'll go ahead and give you the answer. Radio detection and ranging.
All right, we'll do technology for 25.
In the early 19th century, Charles Babbage designed but was unable to finish the first mechanical computer, which was known as what? A, difference engine, B, blue team.
Difference engine.
That's correct.
Let's go for science, 20.
To name 2 first magnitude stars. No multiple choice on this one.
Oh, what?
Any guesses? Red
What
team.
is Sirius?
2, excuse me, we need 2.
I don't know, Orion.
Incorrect. Blue team.
Sirius and Alpha Centauri.
That's correct.
Engineering for 20.
According to an expert vote by the U.S. National Academy of Engineering, what tops the list of most important technological advancements of the 20th century?
What is the internal combustion engine?
Incorrect. Blue team?
What is the personal computer?
Incorrect. The answer is electrification.
Science for 25.
Name all 6 noble gases.
I could name maybe 3.
No multiple choice on this. And that is time. All 6, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon.
Darn,
So we only have 3. Jeez.
Let's go engineering for 25.
Good idea.
At almost 2,000 years old, the Pantheon in Rome remains remarkably preserved and still holds the record for the world's largest what? A, unreinforced concrete dome, B, freestanding wooden minaret, C, bronze statue of Zeus, or D, Oculus?
D, Oculus?
Incorrect.
Bronze statue of Zeus.
Incorrect. The correct answer is A, unreinforced concrete dome.
20, math 20.
The sum of an integer n and its reciprocal is equal to 246 over 27. Solve for n. Red team.
218?
Incorrect.
Is it 127 or 27?
It was 27, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, Remy went on.
16.3.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 9. N equals 9.
Math for 25.
All right, what is the cube root of 4,096? A, 32, B, 16, C, 12, or D, 24? Blue team.
B.
That's correct. And after that harrowing grid of destiny, our teams are at 140 points for the blue team and 40 points for the red team. So blue team, you are in the lead, but of course anything can happen. In our end game, if you teams want to start considering your point wagers, the category for our end game question is engineering. So we will be right back after this. We are back here at MEST Up, where today's red team has 40 points and the blue team has earned 140 points. But in our end game, you will get a chance to wager points. And don't forget, even if you lose here today, the top 8 teams will go on to the semifinals. And so now it's time for the end game question, the category of which is engineering. Besides discovery of the right type of filament, Thomas Edison's development of practical electric lighting required the invention of 7 different system elements. Other than the filament, name one. You have 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we are going to start with the red team. What is your answer?
The glass housing or the bulb.
We'll take that. That's correct. So you wagered 39 points, which brings you up to 79 points. Good job, guys. And blue team?
We said proper wiring.
And we'll accept that as well. So blue team, you actually wagered 20 points, so you are up to 160 points. So it looks like our winner today is the blue team. Congratulations to Massabesic, and good work as well to you guys on the red team. And brains have been working hard all around. Be sure to tune in for our next episode, where 2 more schools will test their STEM knowledge, and we will continue to unravel just how messed up math, engineering, science, and technology really can be. And if you're evolving beyond watching shows on television already, check us out on the web at mestup.tv. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week on MEST Up.
MEST Up is brought to you by Mid-Coast Federal Credit Union.